Hi there, it's Richard Bromwell here from Charterhouse Auctioneers, and we're going to have a bit of a look at what's coming up in our huge collector's auction of coins, medals, stamps and militaria. Now normally I do a walk and a talk and I wander around, but I'm going to stay static because I'm going to talk to you about one lot, and it is this lot here. It is the items that belonged to Flight Sergeant Timms. Now sadly Flight Sergeant Timms was killed in action during the Second World War, and the family who were selling this, a distant relation, have kept all of the items belong. So we've got his jacket and we've got these items here. We've got photographs, we've got his logbook. In the front of the logbook, there we are, death presumed. It's all so terribly sad. But what is terribly sad is actually this letter here. And whilst Phil does the filming down here, I'm actually going to read you the letter. If you do have a couple of minutes, it is well worthwhile listening to because it's a very, very evocative letter. Dear Mrs. Timms, I was very pleased to receive your letter. Frankly, I cannot understand why the Air Ministry haven't communicated with you. I would have written to you earlier, but only I felt that perhaps it would be rubbing salt into an open wound. Well, now, on the night of the January the 2nd, we were caught by fighters and were hit in the petrol tanks, which immediately caught fire. Within a few seconds, the aircraft just blew up mid-air, and myself, navigator and bomb aimer were blown clear of the aeroplane. Now, at that time, your son was sitting next to me, and when we got the burst from the fighter, he collapsed and slid into the nose of the aircraft, and that was the last I saw of him. I did my best to find out from the Germans exactly what happened to them, and they told me definitely that 4 of the boys were killed. Well, now again they said that the boys would be given a decent funeral like their own people. There is another consolation, I find this quite difficult to read, that none of the boys could possibly have suffered and were killed outright. So a very, very evocative group of medals, letters and ephemera. Difficult to put a value on it, but it's going to sell, and it's going to sell very, very well. And I'm sure the next collector will enjoy researching through the telegram saying missing, killed in action, the logbook, the jacket, the photographs, even the photograph of his gravestone there. A truly wonderful lot.